Have you ever wondered if there's a handbook for the recently deceased? Imagine for a moment crossing over to the other side and finding yourself in a world governed by rules as complex as those we abide by here. What would you do? Who would you call? These questions hover in the ethereal mists of the supernatural and the afterlife. As we peel back the shroud of mortality, let's delve into the phantasmagoric world of Beetlejuice. Join us as we unravel the eerie and comedic tale of Beetlejuice. Imagine dying and then realizing you're stuck in your own home as a ghost. This eerie predicament befalls Adam and Barbara Maitland, a charming couple who meet their untimely demise in a car accident. As they wander through their beloved home, they are bewildered to find themselves invisible to the naked eye, phasing through doors and walls with an unsettling ease. In their spectral confusion, Adam and Barbara stumble upon a peculiar book titled Handbook for the Recently Deceased. This guide, as cryptic as it is, becomes their only clue to navigating the afterlife. Flipping through its pages, they learn the ropes of ghosthood, from haunting to interacting with the physical world in a manner only a spirit could manage. But just as they're getting the hang of their new ghostly existence, their peace is shattered. The arrival of the new living occupants in their once tranquil home marks the beginning of a series of bizarre and chaotic events. But the real trouble begins when the new living occupants move in. What would you do if the new homeowners started changing everything you loved about your home? Enter the Dietz family. Charles, a real estate developer with a keen eye for the unconventional, his sculptor wife Delia, whose tastes lean towards the avant-garde, and their goth daughter Lydia, who has a peculiar ability to see more than what meets the eye. Their arrival at the quaint home of the Maitlands marks the beginning of an eerie transformation. The once cozy and charming interiors are quickly overrun by Delia's bizarre sculptures and Charles's modernist renovations. Walls are torn down and eccentric, unsettling artwork replaces family photos. The stark contrast between the Maitlands' traditional decor and the Dietz's radical makeovers couldn't be more pronounced. The Maitlands, desperate to reclaim their sanctuary, try every trick in the spectral handbook to scare away these unwelcome tenants. But their ghostly antics are no match for the Dietz's oblivious or, in Lydia's case, intrigued reactions. Desperate times call for desperate measures, or should we say, desperate entities. Meet Beetlejuice, the freelance bioexorcist with a chaotic twist. In the eerie world of the recently deceased, he's a name that echoes through the ethereal corridors with a blend of fear and fascination. Beetlejuice, with his disheveled striped suit and wild green hair, is not your typical ghost. He specializes in ridding the living from the homes of the dead, but his methods are anything but orthodox. Enter the Maitlands, Adam and Barbara, a charming couple who find themselves prematurely part of the spectral world. Desperate to reclaim their quaint country home from its obnoxious new inhabitants, the Dietzes, they stumble upon the legend of Beetlejuice. The idea is tempting, a ghost who can scare away the living. But the Maitlands soon learn that Beetlejuice is as unpredictable as he is effective, often turning simple hauntings into outrageous spectacles. Beetlejuice operates under a strict set of supernatural rules. To summon him, one must say his name 3 times. However, this incantation is not to be taken lightly. Each utterance of his name makes him stronger and more uncontrollable. The Maitlands, in their naivety, see him as a potential solution, but they underestimate his true nature. Beetlejuice has his own agenda, and it doesn't necessarily align with the desires of those who call him forth. But summoning Beetlejuice leads to more chaos than calm. As the Maitlands are about to discover, dealing with this ghost with the most might just turn their afterlife upside down in ways they never anticipated. It's never just a simple deal when it comes to Beetlejuice. Once the name Beetlejuice is spoken 3 times, the pandemonium that follows is as unpredictable as the ghost himself. Unleashed into the world of the living, Beetlejuice's antics escalate quickly. His chaotic energy is infectious, and his mischievous grin belies the havoc he's about to wreak. The ghost with the most zeros in on Lydia, the teenage girl who inadvertently summoned him. Beetlejuice's plan? A macabre wedding that would anchor him permanently in the realm of the living. The ceremony, set in a twisted Gothic landscape of Beetlejuice's making, is as bizarre as one might expect, complete with a shrunken-headed priest and sandworms slithering in the spectral aisles. Meanwhile, the Maitlands, Adam and Barbara, are desperate to protect Lydia from Beetlejuice's clutches. They navigate through the labyrinth of their once peaceful home, now turned into a surreal carnival of the undead. They devise a plan, pulling from their newfound ghostly abilities and their in-depth knowledge of Beetlejuice's weaknesses. Lydia, sharp and resourceful, plays along with Beetlejuice's game while signaling her allies. Together, they weave a counterspell into the chaotic ceremony, aiming to trap Beetlejuice back into the model town from which he was summoned. The tension peaks as Beetlejuice, ever so cunning, senses the trap and unleashes a final whirlwind of spectral energy, trying to secure his stay in the world of the living. As the adage goes, be careful what you wish for, or whom you summon. Every story has its end, but in the supernatural realm, endings are just new beginnings. As the curtains draw to a close on the chaotic world of Beetlejuice, the unconventional resolution solidifies the film's place as a quintessential horror comedy. The film's climax sees the mischievous and malevolent Beetlejuice defeated through a clever trick by Lydia, the teenage protagonist. Her quick thinking and the unexpected assistance of the Maitlands, the ghostly couple, ensure that Beetlejuice is sent back to the afterlife bureaucracy he so desperately tried to escape. In the aftermath, what unfolds is a delightful semblance of harmony. The Maitlands and the Dietz family, once at odds over the occupancy of the quaint country home, find a unique way to coexist. This newfound arrangement showcases the film's flair for combining the eerie with the endearing. This resolution is peppered with both humorous and touching moments. From Lydia's supernatural dance number to the heartwarming acceptance of each family member's quirks and peculiarities, these scenes encapsulate the film's unique tone. It's a blend that earns its laughs without undercutting the spooky atmosphere that initially draws the viewer in. Beetlejuice remains a cult classic, blending the eerie with the comedic and reminding us that in the afterlife, there's always room for laughter.